We are back on MorningLine. Man, I could talk with you all morning long. We only go till 9 o'clock, and Morris Spiegel's with us with the Southern Hemp Expo kicks off. We'll give you more information on how you can attend that, but it's in Franklin Friday and Saturday. We'll get to the calls here real quick. Among others that will be at this, you said some pro athletes, former pro athletes, will be there talking about the advantages of some of these hemp products.
Correct. On Saturday, we've got a panel on the general education stage, which is open to everybody. You don't have to have a conference pass or a farm symposium pass. We've got Matt Willem from Clean Remedies. He played for the Packers, won a Super Bowl. He was there last year. He spoke. We've got Kyle Turley, another ex-NFL player.
Kyle Turley, yeah.
And then we've got Riley Cote, who's an ex-NHL player who's been out there advocating on behalf of this plant for years. He's got his own brand. He's also part of Athletes for Care, which is a nationwide organization that's got all kinds of pro athletes or ex-pro athletes that advocate on behalf of cannabis.
I'll tell you, you hear about it all the time. And the NFL's looking at it. NFL is a conservative organization that goes with, you know, the federal government has to. But boy, these NFL players currently now, and the union is advocating for more of these hemp and medical marijuana products because they're talking about we're tired of taking Percocet and opioids and getting addicted and all the side effects that go with it when marijuana, and it's not a performance enhancing drug. But boy, if that deals with their pain, and I've said this all along, I don't care if it's legal or not. If I've got pain and someone's prescribing opioids to me and I have an option of using marijuana for the same effect, I'm using the marijuana whether it's legal or not. Come arrest me, because opioids scare me. And I know they do help some people out there, and there's a role for those. But given which is more dangerous, opioids or marijuana?
Opioids.
That's an idiotic question.
It is. It's like crazy. And people that lose their jobs in the NFL because they use marijuana or use cannabis, it's just so sad. It really is, because individuals should have the choice for their own health care and what's going to work for them. And marijuana, cannabis, doesn't have the side effects. It doesn't have the long-term negative effects on your body, on your mind, and they should have that alternative. They shouldn't be punished for it.
I totally agree. And let's be real clear, it's not performance enhancing.
No, it's not.
So, I mean, as an alternative to opioids, not just for athletes, but anyone, I think it's a good idea. Let's go to Linda. Linda, good morning. Hi, Linda.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to say that I have been using hemp oil for probably 3 years, and I was introduced to it by Channel 5's pharmacist on call, and it has been a game changer for me because I'm not having to take hydrocodone every day for severe back issues and knee issues. I take a dropper full or whatever I feel like. I've learned throughout the years how much to take for the amount of pain that I've got. And I don't go anywhere without my bottle of CBD oil, even to Florida and Savannah or wherever I'm going. And also, for those that are not going to be able to be at this expo this weekend, the pharmacist on call is having a Nashville Hemp Ozium on October the 12th at 1 p.m. at the, it's called the Southeast Regional Community Center in Antioch. It is the Global Mall.
Okay.
And so I just putting a plug in for Sean on
Absolutely.
that also for people who cannot attend this expo. And Dr. Pruitt will definitely give you all the information that you need. So I just wanted to put a plug in for it. It is a game changer.
Hey, listen, I appreciate it. And actually, Dr. Sean Pruitt would be good to participate. He may show up at the expo himself, for all I know. He's on this evening, by the way. And he's got a pharmacy over there in Dickerson Road. And I've been over there, and I bought product from him early on because I thought, I feel more comfortable initially, at least, buying from a pharmacist that what I'm getting for sure is pure. I want to talk more about this.
He's a real pharmacist?
Oh yeah, Dr. Sean Pruitt is a real pharmacist. He's got a program tonight, and he's great. And he was like one of the forefronts of this at the beginning. And so how about that though? She says she's not taking her opioids as much because she's able to take CBD.
That's great. If you can cut back 20%, 50%, 70%, and supplement it with something that's natural and healthy, why wouldn't you do that?
There's no other. Yeah, exactly. Let's go to Ann. Ann, good morning. Hi, Ann.
Hi. First, I want to say I'm really excited because I have a step-granddaughter whose family is growing their own this year, and I cannot wait to find out how they're on their second crop. So I'm really excited for it to be in the family. My question for your panelist is, though, I've been trying products now for 4 years, but only in Murfreesboro, which is where I have found a product that I'm most comfortable using and found it to be the most effective. When I buy certain products, I'm given a piece of paper to carry with me that states that I have purchased this product. My question is, when I've been in Nashville and have been, during the course, purchasing products, that same disclaimer, I guess, has not been being given.
Okay, I think what she's referring to, maybe in some cases, is that you're given something, should you by chance be stopped maybe by law enforcement, to show that the product you have here, if for some reason a drug dog hits on it, if it has a very low amount of THC in it, that I purchased this. This is proof that it's legally purchased in Tennessee. Is that?
I'm not exactly sure what she's referring to. She could be referring to what's called a COA, a Certificate of Analysis.
Okay, yeah,
that
right.
states this is a legitimate hemp product. It's been third-party tested here, and it shows that there's no heavy metals or pesticides.
Right.
And it's got what it says it has in there. It's got 13% CBD. It might have some CBC in it, or any other cannabinoids or terpenes or flavonoids. So it's a certificate of analysis that states that it's a legal hemp product, and it also gives a breakdown.
And its purity. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a good point. I've seen that as well. So I guess that goes to one of the questions I wanted to hit on. She's found a product that she believes in, and I've found some different ones that I've used. How does someone in the marketplace these days, know that they're getting something that is as advertised? I mean, how would you go about being confident what you're getting is pure and is the right thing?
That's a good question. That's why regulation is coming. But it's the companies that are providing legitimate COAs, Certificate of Analysis, and they've got websites, and you can go onto their website and you can check virtually every batch. There should be like a batch number on the bottle that you're getting or on the container or whatever you're buying. And it will. You can find out all the information you need to find out about that product from the brand's website. So there's certain companies are doing this way better than others. There's also an organization called the Hemp Authority that is certifying products now. So they've got a Hemp Authority certified stamp that you can see on the bottle, and they have to go through rigorous testing to be compliant to get this certification. And there's also a USDA certified organic stamp that some products are having on it now. Palmetto Harmony, Re Botanicals are two companies that have they actually just merged, but they're USDA organic. You can trust what they say is in their bottle is in the bottle.
Okay, but the truth is, and you're right, all those things you can go to, I can go look for them, and someone like Ann can go look for them. And I have a lot of people ask me, because they know I've done so many of these stories, and how do I know? When I get started, I can look at all those, and I know some of those can even be fabricated, who knows? So what I do is I go to, say, your expo, and I've met people like Clint, and others who I respect, who I know. I've met the maker, the manufacturer of one of the brands I mentioned at the last one, and I assume most of them that, I don't know how much you vet, but I would imagine many of the vendors that are at this expo you would deem legitimate, their products.
Correct. And
I'm wondering, is that true? I mean, can you say that? Or?
Yes, I feel pretty confident that the vast majority of companies that are at our expo are going to be providing legitimate products. We get flooded with applications, and there's all these apothecary companies that have popped up. CBD company here, and It is hard to tell. And
There's so many. You go online and your mind starts spinning. There's so many products out there.
So, we've had issues trying to figure this out, but I think, we do have a process to filter out and do checks on website checks and reach out to find out about certain people if we're bringing them into the expo. We want to make sure that what we're advertising to the public and they're coming to buy products from our vendors, that we've got vendors that are legitimate.
Well, that's it. And I would say this. I go with referrals if I can. I would ask you, and I would trust you. I trust Clint. I think also, someone like a pharmacist, Sean Pruitt, who chooses to have it in his pharmacy. You can do your research, but you have a pharmacist doing it for you as well. I would trust that more as well. Just try to educate yourself, because first of all, the product, by the way, if you come across a CBD product and selling for $20 a bottle, I'm sorry. Unless someone's just trying to just get on the marketplace and sell it cheap, it doesn't come cheap. If you're finding cheap products and going for the lower price, it probably is not going to have the CBD that's advertised. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. At this point, it's still not come down all the way.
Correct.
Fair to say that, because I'm telling you, those little tincture things, you're talking $60 to $80 depending on how many milligrams are in there.
Right. Well, one thing that's going to, when you see this stuff, and it could be in gas stations and some other convenience stores now where you see these $20 bottles, a lot of that CBD that's in there is synthetic, and there's getting ready to be a huge flood into the market with synthetics that's going to drive the price down, and it's going to really confuse the customer. And
not as good?
No, not at all. And there's going to be a lot of bad products available out there, and our industry is going to have to get our heads around this to figure out how we're going to combat this. And that's why it's really important for the FDA to step in and to provide some guidance. And not that we're all huge fans of the FDA and them kind of laying down the hammer, but their job is to protect public safety, and we want to have a legitimate industry, and we want to make sure that the people that are putting out these products, that the public can feel confident about.
Yeah, I think it's important, and I think it's good that you advocate for them to get involved in that.
Yeah, because our industry really wants to work closely with them. We want to have legitimate products out in the marketplace, and we want consumers to have the ability to buy these.
Great. Listen, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got Vivian and Jewel and others. If you want to ask a question, it's our final segment with our guest as we're talking about the Southern Hemp Expo. It kicks off tomorrow through Saturday. We'll tell you more about that as well right after this.